Greetings and salutations, friends. I am the Wolf, Wolf Chahi. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the video. As always, it is excellent to have you here. Thank you for joining. Today I am very excited to bring you my fight against the Godskin Apostle, hidden in the basement of the Divine Tower of Caelid. I'm calling this video Pursuing the Elusive No-Hit. This fight is parry only, and what we're going to be seeing in this video is a few different kills that I had against him, and kind of looking at the progression of how I got to pulling off a no-hit, my very first intentional no-hit against any boss. So without further ado, let's get into the fight. Right off the bat here, you see I dodged that black flame fireball. If you're in close to melee range like I was just then, you don't need to dodge it. I discovered over time. That's just a little tip for you there. Of course, using parry and retaliation. And this guy, obviously, as you can see, takes 2 parries to get him down so you can get a riposte. So my general strategy with this fight was to get into melee, do what I need to do, get those parries off, get the riposte, and then back off, and go for a parry and retaliation with the fireball. Get that parry and retaliation, and then get back into melee. When he does that jumping attack, it is best to dodge it. I don't know why. Sometimes I try to parry it, sometimes I just block it. And usually parrying or blocking the jump attack is going to punish. So it's best to just dodge roll through the jump attack. As you can see, I was in melee range, and therefore I did not need to dodge the fireball. Could have got some parries in there, but I was still learning this fight at this point. Got a nice parry in there. I wasn't even close to his jump attack. Probably didn't even need to dodge there, but I did anyway, just for safety. Sometimes hurt boxes can be a little weird in this game, so I'm not always willing to take chances. But as this fight goes on, and I get used to fighting this guy, I get a little better at knowing when I need to dodge roll and when I can just back away. Not sure what I was doing there. Here comes the black flame tornado. You absolutely do not want to be anywhere near that when it happens, because at rune level 1 it will completely kill you, and at higher levels it will do devastating damage. During second phase, the strategy is similar to the first phase, although he doesn't do as many parryable attacks. So my strategy for second phase is to back off, get the parry and retaliation as before, but then come into melee range and wait for that jump attack. When he does the jump attack, dodge under it, and then he immediately gives you a delayed parryable attack, which you can parry every time. So in second phase, every other attack he does, I just dodge or move out of the way. Every time he stretches out, every time he elongates, just move out of the way and get the parry and retaliation, go back in. He does the jump attack, and there's the delayed parry attack that comes immediately after the jump attack every time in second phase. And that's basically the fight. I dodge rolled there, didn't really need to dodge roll there. Our friend gets confused about how pillars work, so he throws a fireball into the pillar, which is fine, it works out for us. Probably something parryable there, but again, in second phase, I wasn't really willing to take as many chances. I had my strategy in mind that I was going for, and that's what I wanted to stick to. Consistency is victory, as they say. That was parryable. I'm not sure. I was probably just a little too late on the parry there. Could probably get some damage in when he stretches out like that, but I was trying to go for a true parry only with this fight. And as you can see there, he gave me a parryable attack, and I think I more or less automatically took advantage of that parry because I wasn't necessarily going for it. Here comes the fireball again. There's the dodge. Here comes the parryable attack, and he's dead. GG's for the first kill. Now, as I was going for a no-hit, of course, after killing this guy, I went back, reloaded the save, and went back for a few more attempts. Nice dodge there of that attack. Not sure why I went for the dagger attack there, as I did have in my mind that I was trying to go for a true parry only. I think part of me was still subconsciously in the mindset of getting as much damage as possible, or probably trying to proc the frost. But yeah, it was my intention to go for a true parry only, so I'm not sure why I did that. There's a nice dodge there. Going for the attacks again. I don't know, maybe I was formulating some doubt in my mind as to whether I wanted to go all out on the parry only. Maybe I was thinking it was more important to go for no hit. Could have dodged that, not sure why I did. At least I was able to block it, because a lot of the time that jump attack will, even if you're blocking, that jump attack will come in behind you and take you out in one shot at rune level 1 and devastate you if you're higher level. There's a nice parry. Not sure why I dodged that fireball. Probably could have Karian retaliated it. Not sure if that front spin attack is parryable. I think the wind up to it is parryable, that figure 8. He has a couple of attacks that start out with that figure 8 sort of move. And I have about a 50-50 chance of parrying it each time it happens. Sometimes I go for it, sometimes I don't. I guess it just depends on how brave I'm feeling. And as you can see there's kind of a weird thing. Also, when you're in melee range and he throws that fireball, you don't need to dodge it. It's not going to hit you, and if you, as you can see, if you try to Karian retaliate it, it just does something weird. Where it kind of Karian retaliates, but it doesn't. There's a nice parry there, which is exactly the strategy I'm going for. Again, you don't need to dodge when he's stretching out like that. All you need to do is move out of the way. Eventually I figure that out. It's a good thing I had my shield raised there though, because as you can tell I did take a hit. There's another black flame attack that you do not want to get hit by, or you will be a goner. There's the jump attack, delayed parry attack, or delayed parryable attack, I should say. Oh, it is so lucky I did not get hit there. Whenever he stretches out and stabs his sword into the ground, he's going to shrink up and then follow up with a big ranged attack with his weapon. And if you're far enough away, you're safe. But if you're too close, it will hit you in your fight will be over. So, see there, I had the shield raised for that. So it's probably best to have the shield raised or to be ready to dodge when he does that attack. Or to just be absolutely sure that you are as far away as possible. Not sure why I dodged that fireball. I think maybe because I was low on FP though. Also, towards the end of this fight, I tend to not parry and retaliate those fireballs as much because I like to finish off with a nice flashy riposte and I don't want to kill him before I get a chance to do that. A little bit of a mini panic roll there, but I was trying to get out of the way of that black flame AoE attack. There's the dodge, here comes the parry, very nice. Not quite dead yet. You can parry that too, but I was already backing away, so probably could have parried that. But again, was just trying to stay focused on my strategy. Give us that fireball, friend. There you go. Could have parried that. Wasn't fast enough. Here comes the thing. Raised my shield just in time. Very nice. We're almost there. Now that was really nice. I'm glad you got to see that. Sometimes I dodge roll out of that, depending on maybe how nervous I am, how anxious, whatever. But you actually don't need to. You can just slowly back away from it as well. And there's the parry, and the riposte. And my friend is no more. He has shuffled off this mortal coil, pushing up the daisies. Nice open with the jump attack, which I can dodge. Was able to get a nice parry there. Took a hit though, so this is already game over for the no hit, but may as well stay in the fight to try to get some more practice in. This was my third kill against him that day that I was doing these attempts, and by now I was kind of getting a little frustrated not being able to get the no hit that I was going after, and so I was frustrated and anxious, so I started making a lot of mistakes. I was still able to get a kill, as you're gonna see here in a couple of minutes. And I decided to keep the fight in because I think there are still some things to learn from it, like that exchange there. Not sure what just happened with all those melee attacks against my shield. I think I felt like I was losing control of the fight and I just needed to dodge out of the way and put some distance between the two of us. You can see I really made a big mistake there. Don't know why that parry didn't connect. Maybe the timing was slightly off, or the hitboxes. Sometimes it seems like if the terrain is a little uneven too, it can make it so the parry doesn't connect. There's a nice dodge and a nice parry. There we go. Now what you're going to see here in a second is his big AoE Black Flame Tornado attack. Here it comes. And you're going to see why eventually I decided it was probably better to dodge roll rather than slowly back away, because I wasn't quite fast enough backing away to not get hit that time. Luckily, I still had a sliver of health left and was able to heal and stay in the fight. But as far as that Black Flame Tornado attack, probably best to dodge roll out of it rather than try to do the Chad walk away from it. That, of course, you don't always need to dodge. Sometimes good to have the shield raised just in case that you catch the end of that hurt box. But as you can see, I'm holding up my shield for it and holding up my shield for the follow-up. But either way, if you dodge it or you hold your shield up, you're fine as long as you don't get hit. I guess that's the point, right? Also be aware if you're gonna use Karin Retaliation on that fireball that the timing is gonna vary depending on how close or far away from him you are. So just try to pay attention to that. The farther away, there's a little bit of a delay, and if you're close up, you want to parry right away in order to catch it in time. And here we go, we're getting close. Starting to feel good. Now here comes the big AoE attack. As you can see, I decided it's better to dodge roll out of it. Okay, my friend, what are you going to give us? Another Stretch Armstrong attack. Okay. There we go. Nice jump attack. Good parry timing. There we go. Back to Stretch Armstrong again. That was probably parryable. But again, was just trying to stick to my strategy. Consistency is victory. Come on, friend, give us the jump attack. There it is. Dodge. Parry. And here comes the kill. Now, at this point, I did go back that same day and try a couple more no-hit attempts, but I was starting to get really frustrated and had decided that I wasn't going to be able to pull off a no-hit. However, while editing this video yesterday, I decided, you know what, I'm going to go back, give it a couple more attempts, see what can happen. I think I can pull off a no-hit. And so I went back. I reloaded the save. I changed my equipment loadout a little bit, as you can see here. And then this happened. And that's GG's. So thank you everyone for sticking around to the end of this video. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video and or found it informative, please do leave a like, subscribe, maybe even share this video to support my tiny channel. Thank you for watching. Good luck. Happy gaming. Cheers.